Hello, you're watching QPVN News. I'm Anh Tuấn and we keep you up to date with the headlines. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm receives Thai Prime Minister. Recruits ready for challenges. July India shipping route launched. On May the 16th in Hanoi, General Secretary of the Communist Party of Vietnam Tô Lâm received Prime Minister of Thailand and leader of the Pheu Thai Party Paetongtarn Shinawatra, who is on an official visit to Vietnam and co-chaired the 4th Vietnam-Thailand Joint Cabinet meeting. General Secretary Tô Lâm stated that Vietnam always attaches importance to and wishes to enhance the friendship and multifaceted cooperation with Thailand, a close neighbor with long-standing ties and also a leading trade and investment partner of Vietnam. He emphasized that the upgrading of bilateral ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership is a historic milestone, opening a new chapter in the two countries' relations and meeting the development needs of both sides in the new period. Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra expressed her pleasure in visiting Vietnam for the first time as Thailand's Prime Minister. She affirmed her deep appreciation for the close friendship and good cooperation between the two countries, as well as between their leaders. Stressing some cooperation focuses on the time ahead, the Communist Party of Vietnam leader asked the two sides to reinforce political trust by promoting party-to-party, state-to-state and people-to-people collaboration and frequently organizing all-level mutual visits and meetings. He said they should effectively maintain the joint cabinet retreat and existing cooperation mechanisms between the two countries and consider upgrading cooperation mechanisms to a higher level and setting up new ones. Vietnam and Thailand need to boost connecting their economies and view this as an important pillar of bilateral cooperation. Push ahead with the implementation of the Three Connections strategy, expand partnerships in the fields of green economy, digital economy and innovation, and encourage their investors to do business in each other's countries. Agreeing on her host views on the major orientations for bilateral ties, Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra noted Thailand will actively work with Vietnam to implement the comprehensive strategic partnership, particularly in the fields of economy, crime combat and coordination of their stances on regional and international issues. She took this occasion to invite the General Secretary to visit Thailand. The host leader appreciated the invitation and said he will arrange the trip at a suitable point of time. On May the 16th at the Presidential Palace, President Lương Cường received Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra, who is on an official visit to Vietnam and co-chaired the 4th meeting of the Vietnam-Thailand Joint Cabinet. The President highly appreciated the resumption of the joint cabinet retreat between the two countries' prime ministers after a nearly 9-year hiatus, emphasizing that the party, state and people of Vietnam always attach importance to and wish to promote the friendship and multifaceted cooperation with Thailand, while applauding the fruitful outcomes of the 4th Joint Cabinet retreat, particularly the upgrade of bilateral ties to a comprehensive strategic partnership. The host asked the two sides to work closely together to effectively carry out the new partnership, including increasing all-level mutual visits and meetings, effectively maintaining the joint cabinet retreat and bilateral cooperation mechanisms, and continuing close coordination and mutual support at regional and international forums, especially ASEAN, the United Nations and the APEC. On May the 16th, Vietnamese Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra co-chaired the Vietnam-Thailand Business Forum in Hanoi, themed 1+1 greater than 3 in connectivity. The event marked the first concrete step in implementing the newly established comprehensive strategic partnership between the two countries, aiming to boost sustainable development cooperation in trade, investment and the economy, key areas agreed upon during the 4th Vietnam-Thailand Joint Cabinet meeting held earlier the same day. Speaking at the forum, the Thai Prime Minister called for deeper cooperation to navigate global economic and political challenges, highlighting the new comprehensive strategic partnership as a turning point to strengthen value chains and maximize each country's strengths. For his part, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính stated that in the current context, Vietnam, Thailand and other ASEAN countries must enhance solidarity and unity in diversity and strengthen cooperation. At the forum, FPT and Sunline Technologies signed a memorandum of understanding on digital banking cooperation. Vietnam Rubber Group and Amata agreed to jointly develop the Dong Nai Industrial Park. Vietjet and Boeing inked a deal to transfer 50 Boeing 737s to Vietjet Thailand, enabling it to expand regional routes and boost tourism and economic ties between the two countries. On May the 16th, the Ministry of National Defense organized the acceptance of the survey results, testing of the simulated equipment for tactical exercise and the features of the XCB-01 infantry fighting vehicle. General Nguyễn Tân Cương, Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army and Deputy Defense Minister, chaired the event. At the event, delegates witnessed the equipment being tested. As a result, 100% of the test samples operated stably, basically meeting the requirements. General Nguyễn Tân Cương requested that based on the test samples, the relevant units continue to learn from experience, research and overcome some limitations that have been pointed out to upgrade and perfect on the basis of ensuring absolute safety for training, exercises, combat readiness and optimizing preservation and transportation. On the morning of May the 16th, sailing ship 286 Le Quỹ Đôn of the Vietnam Naval Academy and the Vietnam People's Navy delegation left Hangzhou, Guangzhou, China, concluding a 4-day visit and exchange with the Chinese People's Liberation Army Navy. At the farewell ceremony, a representative of the Guangzhou Naval Base congratulated the delegation on a successful visit. The Vietnamese mission expressed gratitude for the warm and thoughtful reception. During the visit, the delegation paid courtesy calls on, participated in cultural and sports exchanges, toured naval ships and visited local historical and cultural sites. The program strengthened friendship, cooperation and mutual trust between the two navies. After the ceremony, sailing ship 286 Le Quỹ Đôn left Tân Châu Port and continued its voyage to the Philippines for the next exchange activities. On April the 13th, 1967, President Ho Chi Minh sent a commendation letter to the Artillery Corps for their exceptional achievements in striking the enemy. His praise, along with the golden motto, bronze feet, iron shoulders, skilled in combat, accurate in firing, remains a sacred source of motivation for artillery troops. Today, following Uncle Ho's teachings, is carried out through specific practical actions. From platoon to battalion level, Major Đoàn Văn Minh, an exemplary officer of Artillery Brigade 45, always upholds a strong sense of responsibility. He constantly asks himself about how to best fulfill our missions and takes concrete steps in training and personal improvement. I always lead by example in words, actions and work style. During training, I carefully prepare materials and lesson plans, ensuring that we would train thoroughly and effectively. At Brigade 45, over the past 10 years, more than 2,000 internal broadcasts and over 40 in-depth study sessions have focused on the core values of Ho Chi Minh's thought, ethics and style, such as promoting democracy, staying close to the people and working responsibly and properly. I remember Uncle Ho's words, dare to speak the truth, act truthfully, live honestly, and be responsible to the collective. Whether in daily life or on duty, if I see a comrade slacking off, I speak up constructively. With practical initiatives tailored to each unit, artillery officers and soldiers strive daily to excel. Living up to Uncle Ho's words, our artillery has a glorious tradition, bronze feet, Iron shoulders, skilled in combat, accurate in firing. After nearly 3 months of rigorous training, this year recruits are now ready to take on their first major challenge, the 3 explosion test at Division 325 under Army Corps 12. Every aspect of preparation, from personnel and equipment to training grounds, has been carefully planned and executed to ensure absolute safety. More than just an assessment of training outcomes, this test is a critical measure of each recruit's bravery, discipline, and readiness for life in the military. After nearly 3 months of relentless training under harsh sun and wind of the drill grounds, the soldiers of Regiment 101 have built a strong foundation in infantry combat skills and are fully prepared for their first major test. Training has been intensified, with every movement executed with precision under the close guidance of dedicated platoon commanders. Target 8 is the toughest in shooting practice because it requires standing without support, demanding precise technique and a steady posture. We've trained hard with constant instructions from our commanders to deliver our best performance. Following the staff's instructions, we conducted model drills and standardized procedures for explosive placement, grenade throwing, and shooting, ensuring consistency across all units and commanders during the 3 explosions tests. With rigorous training and meticulous preparation, the new soldiers of Army Corps 12 are fully ready to tackle the 3 explosion tests with confidence and precision. Striving for top performance, this milestone represents a crucial step in their development within the military. Coming up next, July India shipping route launched. Developing market for organic food products. On May the 16th in Quảng Theology, a member of the Shanghai group, held a ceremony to announce the completion of dredging the Kỳ-Hà shipping channel and a cooperation agreement between Regional Container Lines and Chulai International Port on launching the Chulai India shipping route. In conjunction with the Kỳ-Hà Maritime Channel dredging completion announcement, Chulai International Port welcomed the Chanaboom, a Singapore-flagged vessel operated by RCL, marking the opening of the Chulai India shipping route. The Chanaboom carried nearly 800 containers of import and export goods, including spare parts, garments, furniture, and agricultural products from Vietnam to India and vice versa. To increase its towing fleet capacity and improve towing services, Chulai International Port invested in a new tugboat called Chulai Port 02. The vessel is 26.68 meters long, 8.11 meters wide, and has a 2,200 HP engine. It is designed to modern standards and complies with national technical requirements for the classification and construction of steel-hulled sea-going vessels, incorporating a marine pollution prevention system and safety equipment. Since the first decree on organic agriculture was issued in 2018, many localities have actively developed organic production models. However, organic products still make up only 10% of the market, modest compared to the rising demand for clean food. The 2025 Organic Food Festival themed Connecting for Health, Spreading Green Living opened on May the 16th in Ho Chi Minh City. The event aims to connect markets and enhance the visibility of organic brands. The month-long festival gathers various organic producers and retailers, giving consumers access to a wide range of products at more affordable prices. This is achieved by linking the supply chain, production, circulation, distribution and transport, reducing intermediaries and costs and promoting the organic production chain. Expanding the organic market helps reduce unsafe food risks and protect public health. The biggest challenge now is high product costs. Businesses are working to solve this to further develop the organic food sector. This is the end of the QPVN News today. Remember to watch our news again at qpvn.vn. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.